Need to change the camera.
John, it's a recording in progress. Quick.
Okay.
So is that the cue to start?
That was special appearance.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, brother Tawfiq, you're good to go.
Thank you, bro.
Down there.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. I'm your Master of Ceremony, Distinguished Toastmaster Tawfiq for today's new members orientation program. On behalf of District 20, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of our new members. We are thrilled to have you join the Toastmasters Club and embark on this exciting journey of public speaking and leadership development. Of course, some of you may be stalwarts. That's a good way to renew, revise, and relook at things, how you can improvise and extend your communication. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that has been helping people become better communicators and leaders, celebrating 100 years since beginning of their inception. Today's program will provide you with an inside overview of how you would like to be able to benefit personally and professionally from joining the Toastmasters Club. We have good fraternity and being called as a Toastmaster. The agenda overview will be put in by the chat personnel on our group right now. It's Introduction to Toastmasters, Introduction to Pathways, How to Craft a Speech, and followed by question and answer session. Please address your questions to me, and I will be more than happy to put forward to our panelists. Maybe your questions, queries, and concerns, it will all be answered. Our District 20 is led by our trios. District Director is Madam DTM Mona Lakab. We are privileged and honored to see our Program Quality Director, DTM Yasser Al-Gashar, and our Club Growth Director is DTM Siham Mohammed. Let me go forward with our first presenter. He's been affiliated with Toastmasters since February 2021, assuming various roles within Toastmasters each year. Professionally, he serves as a mechanical engineer at KNPC, Kuwait. His favorite quote is, "Be strong. You never know what you are inspiring." He will be leading our session under the title Introduction to Toastmasters. With a huge round of applause, virtual or physical, it's up to you. Please welcome Toastmaster Ajay Bhopria. Ajay Bhopria, Toastmaster from Kuwait. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, DTM Tawfiq, for the nice introduction. I'm privileged to be here, and I would like to give the today's session about Toastmasters. Why Toastmasters? What is Toastmaster? So let me share my presentation. I would like to welcome you all in this session of new member orientation program. And as DTM Tawfiq told, that today I will be leading a session for the introduction of the Toastmasters. Let me share my screen. Yes. So friend, what is Toastmaster? Why Toastmasters? Who is the founder of Toastmasters? How it works? So this is a question we will try to clarify you all. Let me explain you one thing. As per my experience, I was also not aware of this Toastmasters, I think 5 years back. But in one of my organization, few of the friends were going to some club. And that club was like Toastmasters, I came to know, where one of my friend told that we are getting one very supportive environment for the public speaking and to improvise our skills. This is particularly a one thing which I was lacking from like since my childhood days. As DTM Tawfiq told that my favorite quote is that be strong, you never know who you are inspiring. So I will unfold my story later on, but let's go first that who is the founder of Toastmaster? What came in his mind that he invented this beautiful club? So Toastmaster was founded in 1924 and it is currently headquartered in US. It is a non-profit educational organization. It operates clubs worldwide for the purpose of building confidence, public speaking, impromptu speaking skills, and leadership skills. And today, it is present in more than 148 countries with almost 270,000 members and 14,200 clubs worldwide.
Toastmaster, Ajay, did you share the presentation because it's not shown?
Really? Wait. I think, are you able to see my screen now?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
now it's yes.
But it's not in full version. If you can just.
Yeah, I will make it. I think now it's okay.
I hope so. Network issue. Sometime it is going to blur. Sometime it is displaying. It is with me. I don't know what about others.
It's the same, Dinesh.
Wait, I think there is a network problem.
I can just see the black screen, but I am waiting.
Wait.
Do you wish to share your presentation with us so that we can operate? Toastmaster
Yeah.
Ajay?
Sure. I think it is in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, that would be great if you can put it in the chat if you have it.
Yeah, let me share.
MC, can you
Brother
please help
Tawfiq,
in that?
you will be able to share if he forward to you.
I have shared, but I think I don't know why because of this network issue.
Just forward to DTM Tawfiq. Might be he can help you.
If you can just put it in the group again on
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
I have put in the group. Can you go? Yes. Please go next slide. Yeah. No, slide before. I'm sorry for the inconvenience caused. So we were talking about that when Toastmasters come into the picture, it was founded in 1924 and it is headquartered in US and it is a non-profit educational organization. It helps in confidence building, public speaking, impromptu speaking skills, and leadership skills. And it is almost present in 148 countries with more than 270,000 members and 14,200 clubs worldwide. Can you please go to next slide? Yeah. So our mission is to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And the club mission is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communications and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. And our core values are integrity, respect, and service excellence. So as the club mission says that we provide a very supportive and positive learning experience. So this is one of the major thing which you will get here in the Toastmasters. Whenever there is some fear in public speaking or a stage fear, you always feel uncomfortable. This is one thing which we provide in the Toastmasters, that a comfortable environment in which you can speak without any hesitation, to come out of your comfort zone. This is basically one of the requirements for which we are always never want to come out of our comfort zone. We always create a boundaries around ourselves. So to remove those boundaries, to come out of those boundaries, we need some supportive environment. So this is one of the major thing which I got in the Toastmasters, and I came out of my fear of public speaking. Let's go to next slide. So now a question arises, who is the founder of Toastmaster? Please go to next slide. Now, the founder of Toastmasters is Dr. Ralph Chestnut Smedley. Smedley founded this club in 1924, and he named this as a Toastmasters Club. But later on, he renamed as a Toastmaster International to give more organizational growth. And how he came with this particular word, Toastmasters, because at that time when he used to attend any parties in any banquet halls, there they used to call one toast. Whosoever is calling on the stage to raise a toast. So that's from that word and that event, he got the name Toastmasters. And his main quote is that whatever your grade or position, if you know how and when to speak and when to remain silent, your chance of real success are proportionately increased. So this is how he used to think, that we need to know when to speak and when to be a good listener, when to remain silent. He then thought that I think I should help others also to overcome the stage fear in public speaking. That's why he founded this club. Let's go to next slide. Now, why Toastmasters? Please go to next slide. First of all, we need to identify what is the problem. Like, I will tell you my problems, what I used to face, like confidence problem, low esteem, low self-esteem, fear and shyness, anxiety, stage fear. Then further communication problem. Because of these confidence problem, next problem arises, like public speaking, language proficiency, spontaneous speaking, listening, and giving any feedback. All these are interlinked. And further, it will lead you to, like, you will not be able to have a leadership skills, problem solving skills, decision making. You will not be then a team player, time management, and then organizing. All these issues, I think, if you have faced in your life, then this is a most convenient platform for you to overcome all these things. Let me tell you one story. I used to live with this fear all of from my childhood days. In my class 10th, I got an opportunity in one of the event that I was very close to, like Mr. School. They used to select Mr. School in the end of the session. I cleared all the stages, but the last stage was like you have to speak for 5 minutes on a topic. So that day, I just froze on the stage. From that day, I lived with this thing that I will not be able to speak. This is not my cup of tea. I cannot, means this is some skill that which like nature gifts to someone, but it's not that. These are just skills. Each and every skill you can improvise in yourself. Then my college days, my school days, and my now career started. I never tried to overcome from these boundaries. But one day in my new company, in my last organization, that organization was having this club, Toastmaster Club. And the one guy which used to sit beside me, he was just like me, like introvert, very shy, and he doesn't speak much. But after 6 months, because he was my colleague, he was working with me, he never shared anything to me. But one day what happened in the like Monday morning in my company, there used to be a like gathering for all the sessions. The CEO used to address what have we achieved in the last week. Any like special event or something happened in our week. So he used to have a morning gathering. So in that gathering, he announced that my friend, my colleague, which was sitting beside me, he got an like prize in the area competition in the Toastmasters. So I was very, very surprised. I was, means how come? Means if he can speak, why not I? So from that day, I changed my stance. Like I need to do something. I need to join this Toastmasters. But again, it took me a long to come out of my comfort zone. But yes, at last, in 2021, I joined the Toastmaster Club. And now I'm, yes, confident enough to speak in front of you. So this is the best platform. I would say that this is the best gift which I received to overcome my fear. Let's go to next slide. Yes. What can Toastmasters offer you? First of all, I told you environment. You will get a very supportive and encouraging environment in which you will not fear to speak because everyone will support you. All the club members at each level, you will get a very supportive environment. And then education. You here, like there will be experiential learning, you will get a peer feedback, and then you will get a dedicated mentor in this Toastmasters Club who will help you to improvise. And there will be a self-paced programs in the later slides. My friends will explain you regarding those pathways. Self-paced programs will help you to overcome and improvise your skills. And definitely opportunities. Yes, there are a lot of opportunities in the Toastmasters. Like there are club level, then again area level, district level, and in club level also you will get many roles to take. And in every meeting you will get the roles to take. So there are lots and lots of opportunities. And let's go to benefits also. Please go to next slide. Yes. So benefits of Toastmasters, like improve your public speaking skills, build self-confidence and self-awareness, practice writing speeches and presenting in a group settings, enjoy unlimited personal growth, gain a competitive and advantage in the workplace, work on networking in a small and a supportive environment, maximize your potential, and definitely build leadership skills. I will tell you that I gain a competitive advantage in my workplace. Definitely in my new organization here in Kuwait, in KNPC, with the help of Toastmasters, I got very competitive advantage in my group because basically I am working in a projects department and my role is to handle the contractors and our clients like refineries. So definitely this Toastmasters built a confidence and self-awareness in me that now I can do presentations in front of everyone. Let's go to next slide. Now, how Toastmasters work. Next slide. Toastmaster works in certain structure, like at the bottom level member has to join one club. The particular club belongs to certain area. And the certain area, again, it will belongs to division and then district, then regions, and then Toastmaster International. So Toastmaster International has divided all over the globe in different regions. And then different regions contain different districts, and particular districts contain certain divisions. And in one division, there will be certain areas. And further in areas, there are a lot of clubs. So now from this structure, you can imagine that how many opportunities you will get to improvise your skills at different level, at different stage. Please go to next slide. Yes, this is the overall picture of the globe, that how Toastmasters is divided. There are 14 regions in which the globe has been divided by the Toastmaster International. And we are here particularly in region 11. And further in region 11, there are several districts, as I told. So we belong to district 20 here. Please go to next slide.
So Master Ajay, the timer has shown red. So if you can kindly wrap up, thank you.
Yeah, sure. So in the region 11, there are 64 countries. And can you please go to next slide? And now in district 20, basically these four countries, club of these four countries comes into district 20. And district 20, like there are 9 divisions. In 9 divisions, there are 35 areas. And in 35 areas, there are 118 clubs. So this is how the Toastmaster clubs are structured. Please go to next slide. Yeah, like there are anatomy of the club is there will be a president, then vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relation, then secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms, and immediate past president. This is the structure of the anatomy of the club. So you will get the opportunities to act on different roles in the club. And further, in a meeting, there will be a speaker, And for that speaker, there will be a journal, there will be evaluator. And to support that speaker, there will be a grammarian, there will be AHA counter and timer. So all these will help to improvise that speaker. And further, for your impromptu speaking skills, there will be a table topic session. And table topic master will give you one table topic on which you have to speak for 1 minute, just to link your chain of thoughts. So you will get a lot of opportunity here. Can you go to the next slide? Yes, so these are the leadership roles which I have I explained in the earlier slide, like club president, club secretary, club treasurer, club past president, vice president education, VP membership, and VP public relations, and sergeant at arms. And these are the various club meeting roles. AHA counter, table topic master, speaker, these are the same which I explained you. So these are the meeting roles which you will have to act in each and every meeting when it is scheduled. So you have to take a courage to take all these roles to improvise your skills. Yes, next slide. So now get started. How to start? Just join the Toastmaster Club. Then first thing is try table topic session, impromptu speaking. Then you will be assigned as one mentor will be assigned. Then you have to select a pathway, and the pathways, you just start doing the pathway speeches first with the icebreaker and then the other speeches which is listed in your pathway. And further, in every meeting you can take, if you are not ready with any speech, you can take a role relatively to improvise and take a leadership skills. So let's start in the Toastmaster Club, and I will be very happy to answer your queries in a question answer session once all the sessions are complete. Thank you. Over to you, moderator. Master of ceremonies, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ajay Bobrea, who has taken his valuable time and given us introduction to Toastmasters. Of course, we will be having a question and answer session. After all the presentations have been done, please put it forward across to me over the chat, and I will be more than happy to take with the respective presenter. Now, for the next presenter, we have a seasoned Toastmaster who have joined Toastmasters in 2005, served at the District 31 Governor 2009, 2010, and earned several speaking and leadership awards, including Area Governor of the Year, Toastmaster of the Year, Distinguished District Governor, District 31 World Champion of Public Speaking, second place winner, and is working on earning her 5th Distinguished Toastmaster DTM Award. She will be leading with a session titled Introduction to Pathways. So let us welcome with a big round of virtual applause or physical applause, as per you, seasoned Toastmaster, Dr. Sherry Raftery. Sherry Raftery, Doctor and DTM for our next presenter. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Tawfiq. And District 20 as well as District 31, AHLAN wa SAHLAN. I hope I have that right. I am going to screen share. I'm going to give you a presentation about pathways. I will give the presentation that's Toastmasters pathways, and then I'm going to actually get into the nitty gritty by logging on to show you how to actually get into pathways. And let's see if I can. I think this is slideshow, so let's start with this. Folks, give me a little clue here. It's not share, right? Is present? Was my little
Just click on the slideshow,
this
which
one
is
right here. Is this one? Okay, good. Okay, technology, we're getting there. Okay, so District 20, thank you for inviting me, Program Quality Director Yasir and Danish and all the DTMs, and for the NMOP Introduction to Pathways. And thank you. I will cover, as I said, the agenda is the slide shows. And I just want to also tell you how Free Toast Host pairs up with Pathways. Raise your hand if you've ever used Free Toast Host. And the reason I ask is because from my district, Dr. Bo Bennett created Free Toast Host as a high performance leadership project and then sold it to international. So imagine what your project could be. I want to share that we have 11 unique paths to achieve your goals. They're reducing them this year, 2024, to 6 pathways. There's an assessment that you could take, or you can go right into the path of your choice. Each path has 5 levels, and we'll go through those soon. In the levels, all the paths, there's the first 3 are the mastering the fundamentals. You'll have the icebreaker, writing a speech, vocal variety, feedback, learning your style, which is understanding both your communication style and also you'll have a learning your leadership style, and then the body language, of course. Mentoring is always in there, and then persuasive speaking. We'll move into the 5 levels, building your skills and then demonstrating your expertise. You're going to pick your path. These are the 6 that are staying. The ones in blue: dynamic leadership, engaging humor, motivational strategies, and persuasive influence, presentation mastery, vision communications. I've probably finished almost all of these. The other ones are, I feel like they're saying they're going away, but you can still access them. So it's a little tricky on the verbiage. And then, as I mentioned, each pathway has the levels. So when you're in a path, you have to complete. We used to have in the legacy program, the 10 speeches. So you're building up to that level skill. And then obviously public speaking, interpersonal communication, management, strategic leadership, conflict management, and then engaging humor. This is what you'll be doing: public speaking, speech writing. We'll move into the motivational strategies. As I said, these are the ones that are staying. You're still going to work on your public speaking, and then you'll move into motivational communication. Then we'll go into persuasive influence, leading in complex situations. I'll just go through these quickly because I want to actually log on to show you. When you're doing these, you will earn badges, and you'll see those in your portals. So you'll all need to log in and have a portal by using your email with a password. You'll earn your badges. You'll get awarded certificates, by the way. See how this says certificate each time. And then when you earn all 5, you will get your 5th pathway. In my district, we used to call it the Triple Crown, which I brought to my district from when I went to regional training. And now they're calling it Pathfinder Award. So when you earn 5 out of the pathway, you'll get the Pathfinder. And then all of these are the icebreaker. So you might be familiar from the legacy program of the icebreaker speech. And that is one of the easy and first ones that we start. I'm going to log out of this because, let me stop share. I'm going to log out because I want to I want you to actually see me take you through this journey of how to get into pathways. You will come to the Toastmasters International website, where you will see this home page, and what you want to do is go to educational programs. You'll click here, and then you will scroll down, and let's see. So then you're gonna I'm sorry, let me see if I just did this over here. Yeah, you're gonna scroll down, and then you're gonna choose a path. So see how it says choose a path? There are 11 options now. Oops, of course I'm going to have an administrative error. Why wouldn't I have it? Why wouldn't I have that when I'm doing this? All right, let's go to pathways. Sorry. The thing is, when you log in, it's all, I think it's on a timer because then you get logged out. Okay, so let's see, where's the pathways, projects, paths and projects. Here we go. you will see all of these projects here. They're listed here. Now, I think they're reducing them. So here we are. You will pick one. I'm going to go into, so when you're picking one, it'll ask you, let me log in. I'm already logged in. So I'm going to go to Basecamp. So you also have to log in. So you technically have to get in here. Go to Basecamp. I'm going to show you what happens when I log in. It sometimes takes a bit. It's probably because a lot of Toastmasters are logging in at the same time. So I'll go through advanced or this one usually takes longer. Sorry, I wanted to go to the Island Foghorns. My bad. And I want to show you how this pairs up. You won't see it right away. Okay, so now you're going to slide down, and I already have a curriculum opened. I'm working on dynamic leadership. Maybe you've done engaging, humor, persuasive, but I'm logging here. I'm actually only at the beginning now. So these are the different levels. Those 5 levels. And the first one, as they mentioned, is your icebreaker, writing with purpose, introduction, and speech evaluation feedback. So once you finish that, you move to the second one, and then you have other topics that you're going to focus on. What's your leadership style, communication style, and they always have the mentoring of Toastmasters, right, which is obviously important. And then as you get up to the levels, now you can do electives. And I want to tell you that I think electives are my favorite, because now you can, connect with storytelling, visual aids, connect with the audience. These are the fun projects that you get to figure out what you want to do. And let me go to level 4, because these are all more electives. And my big thing is I want to start a podcast. Raise your hand if you've started a podcast. So this walks you through the opportunity. So you would click on here. Let's just get you into a launch this so you can just see. And then I'm going to show you how it relates to Free Toast Host. So what happens is when you're in here, it's going to interact with you and tell you how to work through. Remember, we used to have the manuals, but now we do everything online. It does take time to load up. Remember, these are timed, so you don't have all the time of day to keep this project open. If you leave your screen for a while, it will close, and then you'll have to log back in. So say I want to create a podcast. There's all these text here to tell you how to do it. There's many Toastmasters around the globe that are starting their own podcasts, right? And then you have your checklist for your project, and then you have ways that you can see, okay, what more do you need to do? And you talk about the purpose. Then you're going to grade yourself, the before competencies, then you'll have the after competencies. When you finish your project, then you grade yourself. So this tells you, you get little boxes that slide, and they tell you little things about consistency, planning, ways to be corrected, and then create compelling content. You can decide what you want to do, writing your script. And now I'm going to bring you to Free Toast Host. The reason I'm bringing you Free Toast Host, I already logged in, and hopefully you have a Free Toast Host website. I know that some folks are in clubs that have corporate clubs, and you are not allowed to be in doing certain things with corporate clubs. Now, if I'm the Toastmaster, I'm not if I'm a speaker, let's go to speaker 2. Let's just pretend I'm going to sign up for speaker 2. Watch this. So I'm clicking on to sign up. Now you can choose your path. This is how the pathways, they're paired up. I want to find which pathway. I'm going to go to the dynamic leadership. Is that one I'm in? I believe dynamic, and should pop up. And I'm going to go to I want to go to the podcast one. So I believe that's the level 4, right? Podcast, creating a podcast. See, look at this. If I click on this, all now I need to do is I'm going to write my title, then I'll write my bio, that I click on here and boom, here comes your evaluation form. You give this to the person that is evaluating you. How amazing is that? Okay, so that's how the Pathways partners with Free Toast Host. What I'd like to do, I want to see what the timing is now, because I want to get people to be able to ask questions. If you need me to move into something that I maybe went too quickly on, do you have questions about Free Toast? I'm going to stop share just for now so that I can make this more interactive. I would love to you to be part of the presentation. I just gave you a lot of visuals, but I'm happy to come to your clubs as well if you wanted me to do a presentation. I'm actually going to put my email contact in this chat so that we can connect again if you need me. gmail.com. And also, if you have questions or comments are fine. I'm happy to have you unmute and be a part of this Pathways presentation. I went through it quickly, but I'm happy to go through it slower if you need some questions answered. Remember, I still don't know how I'm doing on timing. Srivali, it's so good to see you. Savali and I are working on a project for a past Toastmaster. When I say past Toastmaster, I should also say a Toastmaster who just passed, Michelle Alba Lim. She was working on her seventh DTM, right, Savali? And we're going to continue her work. We're going to continue working on her project because we want to honor Michelle. And what we're doing is we're looking for Toastmasters, 100 Toastmasters around the globe to be part of this DTM project. What she wanted to do is interview you, Toastmasters, that have completed a Distinguished Toastmaster DTM project so that we can put you in this book. We hope to have it ready for the convention, the 100th year. So 100 members for 100 years. And then that would be awesome if you would be part of that. We will be posting the link that you can connect with that as well. 10 minutes. Yes, thank you. Okay, so who would someone like to log in and maybe go through what I just said, or need help walking through what I just showed? That way you get a chance to see this live from someone doing this. Are there any volunteers who are willing to log in to your portal so I can take you through? Should I call on someone, or anyone would like to be part of the presentation? And Roger, thank you for coming. Roger's been in Toastmasters for 50 years. Roger was one of my area governors back in 2009-10. He's done amazing in the district. And then Lisa and Jonathan Shapiro, also from District 31. Jonathan is actually the chair in District 31 of the Pathways presentations. So thank you, Jonathan, for attending as well. But I'd really like to, yes, thank you. And Mohammed, thank you for having me. Denise, thank you for having me. I'm so appreciative. If Toastmaster wants to start in June, recommend New Path. Yeah, of course. They could start in June. You can start Pathways anytime. Anytime. I'm in several clubs. There was a time I was in 6 clubs when I was competing. And so I was getting a lot of stage time. I was getting a lot of opportunity to work on my pathways. And I know that some clubs you only maybe meet once or twice a month. Some meet every day for lunch. So different clubs, different. If you Toastmaster such and you would you suggest recommending the New Path? I mean, it's all relative to the person. You can recommend, but anything can happen. So yes, you could start a new path. I just started a new path knowing that it's changing, but I picked a path that we're keeping. So either way, it doesn't matter because I will still be able to access it. Right. There's not 11 paths. So perhaps pick the paths that we're keeping if you're going to start in July or June, like you're saying. Any other questions? I'm getting these, I think, privately in the chat. This is why I'm answering them. But if folks have, raise your hand if you've opened up pathways and you've done pathways. Raise your hand if you have. Or yes, thank you. So Juman, hi, I'm glad. Oh, you're the next presenter too. Excellent. This is great. Lisa, it's good to see you. So would you like to share anything, Jumana, about pathways and what you've discovered?
Sure. I'm currently doing a pathways on presentation mastery, and I just finished last Friday. I finished my 4th project, so now I'm ready to do level 5, and it was very interesting. Can I speak like briefly about what I've done through that
Absolutely.
project?
Please do, Jumana. Thank you
Okay.
for attending.
Sure. So I did the project about managing a difficult audience, or managing like a difficult audience. And it was very interesting. It was not like the conventional way of delivering a speech. There were lots of interruptions and disruptions, and it was a challenge for me, but I'm glad that I have like a structure or a guide to how I can learn from this. And hopefully the next pathway for me would be humor. And but it's very hard to do that. So maybe my question is, how do you really overcome, this fear of delivering like a humorous speech or that? Because my friend did the humorous path, and every speech had to involve humor and such. I just wanted to ask, like, how can people actually overcome that fear? Or, you need to make people laugh. So I think my question is,
Toastmaster Jumana, that is a good question about the humor. And I would recommend 2 things. Obviously, looking through the path, and I know that like past world champion Craig Valentine often says that humor gets discovered. You discover it.
yeah.
However, there are Toastmasters clubs that focus on humor, and perhaps visiting them would help you with your pathway humor. I have done it. And visiting them, because you will see how they actually focus on humor and the ways to use humor. There's ways to use humor that I can tell you. When they like to talk about in threes. So if you say something, I went to the store, I bought milk, and then so that usually you'll use 2 things that we're expecting you to say. I got up, I put on my shirt, and then the last thing would be unexpected. It's going to be something that we're not expecting. So that's where the joke comes in. That's where the humor comes in. You would say, oh, I did this, and my dog, something, whatever it will be that will make it fun and funny. Oh, thank you. I think Sravali put some facts about this as well in the chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, I would think that obviously trying it out, starting it out, and discovering where your funnies are. Just we all have humor in our stories. We just need to tap into them. And this pathway should certainly help you find ways to do that. When you read it and you learn some of the techniques, and even asking experienced Toastmasters that are funny, that or are in clubs that are funny, that like I've said, I visited, and that is a goal of mine, to join a club that's a humorous club, because that's where you can add the humor more in. I have some questions in the chat, and then it says Toastmaster Ramla says, do we get free path if we join a second club? The answer to that is we only get 1 path free when we join Toastmasters for the first time. So that we don't get free paths. But if your district had contests or something about, if you do this, you get this, they can't pay for your membership, but they could pay for education goals. So that could be an incentive. If you do this, you get a free path, right? So that's a possibility. And then Lisa's asking to talk about a suggestion. Yes, Toastmaster Lisa, please feel free to unmute and share what your question is. Go ahead. Lisa? Toastmaster Lisa? Or Toastmaster Jonathan? Okay. Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sherry, I'm gonna give a link
Okay.
in the chat to the
Yes.
to the
Yeah.
CLCon 2024 because
Yes, ma'am.
there's at least 1 or 2 speakers on Zoom, probably at night in the US, that are gonna be addressing a humor angle. And I think, other than seeing Desi right there,
I know. He just here he is.
there he is. I think that might be something that would be helpful to the woman who's thinking about a humor path. Okay?
Absolutely. Sure. Thank you for that, Lisa. I appreciate
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna unmute.
Appreciate
I
you.
mean,
Yep.
mute.
And Shpavali, thank you for putting the educational program in. We're at the yellow. Are there any questions for me? Sorry, my grandson just is here and yeah, they're saying hi. We're learning. Some of them are gone and some of them aren't. Say hi. Okay, time to get down. I'm gonna finish. We're gonna go to the park. We're going to the park. Okay, great. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up. I don't have to be at the red to wrap up. I know that we were behind time a little bit, so I'm going to save you some time. I hope I helped you. If you want more help, I'm happy to come to your clubs, to your other events. And thank you again so much for having me, Tawfiq, Program Quality Director Yusuf, and Mohammed. And if I can say that, let me try to do this one more time. I'm going to say AHLAN wa SAHLAN. AHLAN wa SAHLAN. All right. Well, have a great night. And I appreciate you allowing me to visit Bahrain. Hopefully one day I will really come in person to visit Bahrain and see you all individually. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sherry Raftery, for that. And thank you for having yourself and one again free. So that adds on with your little one, chap. And don't go away because we still have question and answer session. And there's a few questions addressed to me, which I will take it very shortly in our Q&A session. So please stay. You can go to the park, of course, after this Q&A session is over. And DTM Jagir, he hands over something to you as a gift of token of appreciation from District 20. Thank you so much, Dr. Sherry. We have another presenter who happened to come briefly on the screen. Thanks again to Dr. Sherry for bringing her. She has a wealth of experience and a passion for public speaking. She brings a unique perspective to our orientation program, having been part of the Gavels Club from 2014 to 2018, and then joining the Bahrain Elegant Toastmasters Club in November 2022. She has honed her skills and expertise in the art of communication and presenting. In her session titled How to Craft a Speech, she will be sharing invaluable insights and techniques to help all of us create an impactful and engaging speeches. We're talking about our third presenter, who is going to show with her title, How to Craft a Speech, Toastmaster Jumana Al-Rabia. Toastmaster Jumana Al-Rabia, the platform is all yours.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. All right. Am I audible? Just like
You are audible, you're visible, and you're looking absolutely great and beautiful.
Thank
Thanks to Dr. Sherry to introduce you earlier as well.
Yes, yes. I'm very flattered. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. Hello, everyone. Good evening again. I'm going to conduct this workshop. Wish me luck. This is my first time presenting in front of the district, so this is going to be interesting. Again, just another recap of the introduction. I'm Jumana Al-Rabia. I'm Toastmaster Jumana Al-Rabia, and I am the VPPR at Bahrain Eloquent Toastmasters Club. Now I'm going to dive into the topic, which is, again, the art of crafting a speech. All right. So I'm going to give you some tips to how you can craft a speech and what are the factors that you should keep in mind in order to have a structured speech. All right. And as it's mentioned here in the slide, a strong structure provides a roadmap to success. All right. So here are the few factors to keep in mind when having a structure. First, introduction. I remember a few years back when I was a guest at one of the competitions for the area, I think, I literally witnessed a lady falling to the ground, like making this big gesture, just falling and catching all of our attention. And I am a strong believer of this sentence, like the first 30 seconds are the most important to every speech. So if you are able to wow the audience in the first 30 seconds of the speech, it's more likely for you to maintain their attention till the end, or at least for the most part. You can start with a quote, or you can even start with like a personal experience, something that can be eye-catching. Next, for the body, which is the message, and more supporting details towards the message, what you want to deliver exactly. Lastly, like a summary, a statement that can summarize or do a quick recap of what you have mentioned. Again, you can end it with a quote. What I personally like to do, I keep the title and I kind of do a recap on it in the conclusion. You know, I bring it up, like I bring the title. If it was a question, I say, so what is the answer to this title? And I would just answer, you know. With the structure, you have to bear in mind a few things, which are like, I've mentioned, the introduction, body, and conclusion. And lastly, the types of speeches. You have different types of speeches. And what I think is the easiest to do are two types, which are the motivational and inspirational speeches. They are not very factual. This can be like stories, this can be even your personal experience. And when you talk about yourself, it tends to be more comfortable and more and easier to elaborate and to give supporting details to the topic and such. You can talk about overcoming challenges, setting goals. You can talk about pursuing your dreams, something like that. Now, with storytelling, okay? When it comes to storytelling, when you're telling a story in a speech, here are some points that you have to keep in mind. You have the characters. So better to describe their physical appearance. You can describe them and you can really give an insight about them. You know, you can let the audience have a feel of who you are actually talking about and who are the factors. And in every story, there's like the conflict side, and there's the resolution side, and there's the advice or the message you would like to convey. And when it comes to personal storytelling, you can share some personal anecdotes, right? You can tell more about yourself, as I've mentioned, something that people can relate to, and in the same time, where you can be comfortable with. And you can also bring props. That also helps. So sometimes I would present like with slides. I can show them pictures and I can elaborate further on the pictures. Sometimes you can bring some physical props, you know, just some visual aids to keep your speech into life or to life. Now, not everything is about the content of your speech. Creating a speech is even more than that. We can go with the nonverbal communication, right? So you have the body language. You know, whenever you present a speech, it is better to have as much confidence as possible. When you don't have that confidence, sometimes your speech will be interpreted in, we can say, not the most complete way. You know, there will be other parts that are not really understood or maybe misunderstood. So body language and nonverbal communication can really support what you say. And even your facial gestures. Many of the competitions that I have attended and I have even participated in, I have witnessed how Toastmasters would come, and when they describe like a positive experience, they would tend to smile and they would have a higher pitch. So for instance, if you would say, yes, so I passed the exam, rather than, yes, I passed the exam and I did this. There's a difference. There's some feelings and expressions to what you're saying. Eye contact. Eye contact is difficult to attain in the beginning, especially as a beginner. And I myself, when I was a Gavalier, I used to be really shy, and maintaining eye contact was too much for me. It was making me even more intimidated. But there was this one tip I remember that my mentor has taught me, DCM Ahmed Rasfi. He would tell me to look into, as a child, of course, because I was in the Gavel Club, he would tell me to look into people's foreheads, mostly. And that really did not help me much. And I'll tell you what helped me the most with eye contact later within the slides. Now, again, voice modulation is important. As I've mentioned, the variety, when you say something positive, you can have a higher pitch, you can have that smile. And when you say something a bit sad or negative or an upsetting experience, you can have that low modulation, and that would support your speech better. Confidence and clarity, this will be attained only by rehearsing. You need to rehearse, you need to practice your speeches, no matter how much you think you are confident with your content and you have written every word, with precision and perfection, and you think that you've got it. It is always better to go over your material as many times as possible. Now, why is it important to craft a speech, right? And as it's mentioned here, to achieve the best results, right? So what are the importance? Why do you need to have this speech, and why do you have to keep these factors into consideration and such? First, it is important to maintain an audience's attention, or the audience's attention, right? So if everything is organized and structured, this will allow you to send a clear message to the audience, therefore making the audience more captivated towards what you're going to say. And if you have an organized speech, you're going to have the power to persuade, to influence. You're going to make an impact. And I am a strong believer of the fact that you learn from everyone that you meet in your life. I remember back in the Gavel Club, our president at that time, she is still my friend till this day. She said this powerful statement, and it's still in my head till this day. She said, substances usually, right? Let's say water. If you keep water or cold water into a hot environment, it will warm up. And if you keep warm water into a cold environment, it will become cold. So everything has an impact on you. You will have the ability to be affected by your surroundings, even yourself and as your body. So that gave me a very big consideration, or made me have a big consideration towards myself and my ability to actually convey a message, because I can affect people around me. And also it's important to build confidence. The more you structure, the more you keep these points into mind, your nonverbal, your verbal communication, the way you craft a speech, it will make you have more confidence towards yourself, towards that you are a strong speaker. What are the challenges to having crafting a speech or to creating a speech? Obviously, it needs time and effort. You need to focus, and it needs a lot of time for you to gather data, to gather supporting details, and to make things in a chronological order. And you need to analyze your audience, because obviously, let's say, for me, I'm an engineer. I will not explain the theories of engineering to an audience that doesn't know anything about engineering. I need to know who are my audience and how I can convey the message in the most effective way possible. And lastly, I think the most intimidating challenge is stage fright, especially if you are in a big crowd. It gets a bit challenging to stay put. But here are my solutions: plan and prepare. Myself, I remember I would rehearse my speech more than 10 times. Even though I feel like I got it in the 4th time, I would do it for the 5th, 6th, 7th, till number 10, so that I make sure that I know my speech by heart. Tailor the speech to your audience, as I've mentioned. Make it something that everybody can understand from all backgrounds. Know who you are talking to exactly. Are they beginners? Are they professionals? Are they people who are more knowledgeable towards what your message is? You need to keep that into mind. Number 3, again, rehearsing. It's the same thing. Rehearse, plan, prepare. They're all in the same realm. And lastly, utilize your resources. To me, my biggest resources are the mentors in my club, the officers. They help me so much with understanding what I need. They are more seasoned than I am. They know more about Toastmasters. They know more about conquering these challenges. Therefore, I like to get their guidance in that. And you can also, of course, look at Google or YouTube and see how people actually present and prepare. There are many resources out there. So thank you so much for your attention. And do let me know if you have any questions, and I can just write my email in the chat. Thank you so much for the opportunity for letting me present in front of you. And I hope I did a great job.
That is without a doubt, Toastmaster Jumana. You said you are presenting for the first time in district. Is that correct? You're muted.
Yes, it is my first time.
Well, for sure, Dr. Sherry is nodding her head. She doesn't think so.
I thought you did wonderful. No, I loved it. You did good. You picked all the points. And what I liked about it, it was like easy to follow. It wasn't a lot of like so much text that I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
I appreciated it. It's great.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. May I have also Toastmaster Ajay? Is he with us or I can't? Yeah, great. Okay, so I have the panelist with me.
I'm
and
here.
There is a question being asked by one of the attendees. The question is, in table topics, usually a question is asked and whoever attends as a member is supposed to speak. So the member wants to know, will I be forced to speak? You're muted. Whoever wants to answer.
No.
Oh, no one is forced to speak. It's an opportunity though for you to grow and think off your feet and off the cuff. However, if you don't like the question, you can always switch the question out. So feel free to answer whatever it is that you want to do between 1 and 2 minutes. It gives you an opportunity to think quickly.
Okay, what do Toastmaster Jumana thinks on the same question? You have another answer?
For me, I think just your ability to present, or even if you don't answer the question correctly, in my opinion, if you are first time talking in table topics, it gets intimidating, to be honest. Even sometimes you can misunderstand the question, but just the ability for you to stand in front of the public and get a few words out there, it's just a lot of courage, and it's very much encouraged in Toastmasters. So I think it's great to think. It's a great thing, I think it's an opportunity.
Toastmaster Ajay, what do you think?
Yeah, I also like the answer given by the Toastmaster Jumana, that if you are still not aware of what to speak on the topic given by the Toastmasters, okay, just apologize for that one, but speak something in front of audience. you have got the chance to speak for 1 minute, speak something else. But yes, just speak.
Right, thank you. There's another question. As a new member, what do I need to bring with me to the club? Dr. Sherry, you're muted.
I would just say be open-minded. You don't really have to bring anything. Just make sure that you, I mean, you don't even have to talk if you don't want to. You can just observe. There's no pressure to do anything or have to be obligated, unless when you're ready, you step up and take on a role. That's when it gets really fun, when you start learning how to take on roles. But there's no obligation, but we hope that you do step into speaking and leading.
Toastmaster Jumana, you think something different?
No, I completely agree with Dr. Sherry. It is a very great opportunity. What you have to bring is honestly just your smile. Come in with your enthusiastic spirit, and you don't even need to speak in the first. If you're a guest for a few meetings, it's fine. You can just come and show up and interact with the Toastmasters. Why not? You know, during the break is a great time for you to socialize and get to know more about where they come from, or where these Toastmasters come from, what their experiences are. And if you kind of get encouraged by this will motivate you more to, you know, joining and learning more about Toastmasters. If you hear peers around you sharing their own experiences, it's gonna motivate you a lot.
Right, Toastmaster Ajay?
Yes, I do believe in all this Toastmaster Yumana and Dr. Sherry told. Like, everyone has their own experience and own stories. So if you're getting the opportunity to just share your stories, because from those stories, you can develop your communication skills and get the confidence to speak. So always try to socialize, and it's not necessary that, okay, directly jump over to the your presentation or some speech, but just try to socialize among the members there and try to be comfortable for speaking. Yeah.
DTM Johnny, you raised your hand.
Yeah. Hello. Thank you so much to all the presenters. I do have a question, Dr. Sherry, if you can clarify to me this. Though I've been in Toastmaster for a while, but still every session I'm learning something new about pathways. I'm an old school when it comes to this. So help me with this, because there was a question which was asked, and it has been asked to me by my mentee as well in my club last meeting. And that is, initially, correct me if I'm wrong, we used to get a new path as is free when we joined another club. Correct me if I'm wrong. Initially, was this the case before? I'm assuming it was.
I believe you get your first pathway free when you join Toastmasters. I'm not certain if you join another club, because I don't recall I've been in 6 clubs, as I mentioned earlier, and I don't remember getting 6 pathway free. So I can't say that is.
It was never the case, because in my, I guess it was, I don't know, because I was a part of another club where I believe
Yes.
I got a free path. But
Well, that's wonderful. It's possible that the club had an incentive for you. I think that when you first joined Toastmasters, you get one. We used to get, remember, the 2 manuals free. I'm not sure if you remember that. We'd get those free when you first joined.
Sure.
And maybe that's part of the $20 when you make that first payment, you never pay that again. But I wanted to say, I thought that was funny that you put in the chat when they were asking, what should we bring? And you said, you dues. That's funny. So that's the humor that's good.
Just today in the morning, out of the context, someone reached out to me, an ex-Toastmaster, resuming her membership with us. She was a member of a Toastmasters back in 2014. And the question she asked was, when will I get my kit?
Oh, okay. Well,
used to remember that kit?
Yeah,
with
the kit. Exactly. Well, if she's renewing, so you can leave Toastmasters and come back, and you never owe that $20 that you first paid. But I don't think you'll get that as a renewal. It's possible that they'll give her the pathway, but we don't get kits anymore and all that.
Yeah,
But
I know.
your district or your clubs could have those incentives and do that. That's perfectly acceptable if they have, you know, I don't really have all that extra. We don't have, some of us don't have money in the till. Some of us are meeting on Zoom now, so we're not meeting in person. So we're not really taking club dues. We don't have a high-end club dues. I don't know, but we still pay for Zoom now, right? And the website, I think the host email or something.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome.
Thank you, DTM Johnny. And we have
Yes.
question from presenter number 3, Toastmaster Jumana. Because you raised your hand.
My apologies. I don't know how that happened. I guess I'm lower my hand. Okay.
Okay, I thought you had a question as well. So it's good. We always learn from each other. We can always ask questions. There was another question. A member asked, I've heard it's very formal. Is that true? So do we need to wear suits? Do we need to wear ties? Do we need to wear pins or something of that sort to attend the meeting? Dr. Sherry?
That's a good question. I think it depends on if you're in a corporate club, and if it's a lunch club, you're already probably dressed already. If you're at one of the conferences, then you're probably going to dress. But nobody tells you what to wear, how to wear, how you wear, none of that's like that. I mean, it could be business casual. And when we're home, I think some of us are wearing our bottom pajamas, right? And like little slippers. So it just depends. It's not that, and dress codes are different. Obviously, in my country, it might be different from other countries. Some of you have other dress code that you're wearing that I don't know if that's required to wear certain attire. But I think it's relative, and there's no rule on what to wear. I mean, wear something, but I don't think there's a rule on what it is that you have to wear. I mean,
Toastmaster Jumana, you want to answer that as well?
For us, it's highly encouraged to wear something presentable. You know, you are going to a club with high standards, high level of professionalism. It's nice to have that kind of discipline. We do encourage it in our clubs. It's better to wear formal. It's better.
Okay, Toastmaster Ajay, we can wrap up with you because the timer is showing me red.
Yeah, it's always better to have some presentable attire so that it will bring you a lot of confidence while you are in front of the stage of everyone. So yes, it's always preferable to have a presentable attire in the meetings.
I just wanted to also tap in and say there are community clubs and there are prison clubs, and I've been in the prison clubs, so they have to wear what they have to wear. And so I think it's relative, but obviously you want to feel good too about when you're presenting and when you're talking, but it depends. It depends on the situation. But business attire or casual business is good. You know, we all seem to have dressed today for the occasion. So yes.
Great. Thank you so much, all the presenters, for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
For the question and answer session, since the timer shows me red, I will let go of you and invite the most happening person. The reason we all have gathered tonight or today morning, it depends on which country you are in.
Okay.
For the season number 10, the one who has taken the baton to ensure all new members receive full training and continue their progress, learning at every stage of being Toastmasters, who has been regularly coordinating for 10 seasons or 10 sessions this year, the dynamic personality with an intellect to deliver what's being promised, a safety professor regularly conducting the trainings and safe practices at the Civil Defense of the Kingdom of Bahrain, our very own DTM Jahangir, whom we call with lots of love and respect, Johnny, meaning a loved brother close to our hearts, to applaud and appreciate all of our vital organs, without which we wouldn't be functioning tonight. our role players for this last session of NMOP. Let's welcome with a big round of applause, DTM Jahangir. The platform is all yours, brother.
Thank you so much,
Good night.
DTM
Good
Tawfiq.
night. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye,
Roger.
Roger.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you, Roger. You're really
Bye-bye. Thank you.
inspiring.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining in. We're just wrapping it up. Ladies and gentlemen, today we conclude our 10th session. It has not been an easy journey, every month having an NMOP. I'm really grateful for the opportunity which was given to me by our program quality director. It was the power he gave me to make sure to bring in 10 sessions in 10 months so far, and 2 more to go for the term to conclude. It has been a very interesting journey, and today happening to be the 10th session, I'm really grateful to present 3 wonderful presenters onto this platform. To begin with, we were having our first presenter today, Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Ajay was presenting a wonderful presentation of introduction to Toastmasters. Very well brief with the personal touch, with the personal stories. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay Bhopria, joining us from Kuwait, District 20, for presenting a wonderful presentation today. We are really grateful, and we did learn a lot from your session today. Next up, we were really grateful. I had to reach out to International Toastmasters to get the support to present this particular session, because this is the core. It is very important to promote the educational program we are having in Toastmasters. And that is the reason I reached out to international audience, international members of our Toastmasters fraternity. And I'm really grateful that we were able to get someone. A lot of people did recommend before as well, but it was meant to be series number 10. Dr. Sherry Raftery, thank you so much for wonderfully explaining with all the personal touch, along with the humor, along with making it very interesting. Pathways is a wonderful program, and you did justice to promoting it in your session today. We are really grateful having you in District 20. Finally, the last presenter, Toastmaster Jumana Al-Rabia, someone who is new to Toastmasters when it comes to district platform, someone who has been in Toastmaster for a while, and something which is really dear to my heart, because I'm a product of a Gables Club as well. And Jumana being another product of Gables Club, I'm really grateful that we are having a future secured when it comes to Toastmasters in our District 20. I'm sure that DTM Yasser Al-Kashar is taking note that we have another leader and presenter in the making, or she's already there. Thank you so much, Jumana, for presenting a wonderful session today on how to craft a speech. We did learn from your expertise, because that is something you're really blessed with. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot in you, and we look forward to have it from you in the future events as well. Thank you to the 3 presenters. Once again, a big round of applause to the 3 presenters. Next up, we were having our timer behind the scene, making sure that we are on time from the beginning till the very end. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikram Joshi, for presenting the role of the timer wonderfully and making sure that we are on time. Really appreciated. And finally, the person who has been the captain of the ship, someone who has made sure from the beginning till the very end, the session is going flawless. It couldn't have been done any better, and it couldn't have been done so wonderfully if it was not Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Tawfiq Qadir, someone we are really blessed to have when it comes to District 20, someone who is tech savvy, and we did witness today, we were having a technical glitch, and he stepped in and made sure things go flawlessly. Thank you so much, DTM Tawfiq Qadir, for being the master of the ceremonies for Series 10. Ladies and gentlemen, it was lovely having you today. I would love to see you all in the future events as well. I will love to have you being a presenter or role player in any capacity. If you have any leader, any member in your club, area, division, or district who you wish needs a platform to enhance their skills, this is the platform which we are providing to you, so that you can give and share your benefit to the new members in District 20 and beyond. Dr. Sherry, you were raising your hand, please.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that District 31 is our CLCon Communication Leadership Week We do a week of it. It's free online. You can watch. The only things that are not free are the table topics and international. We will be in person on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. But it'll be hybrid too, so you'll be able to see the contest if you want in the conference. But I would like to welcome you because it is free. It's such an opportunity to virtually visit District 31, which is Eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And I hope that you join us if you
Please
can
do share
fit it in.
across. And I'll make sure
Yes.
that I do share across in the group as
Yes.
well. Thank you once
Yes.
again to everyone. We are still on time, 5 minutes to go, but any final remarks from our program
Yeah.
quality director, Yasser Al-Kashar, and then he can conclude this session. Yes.
Thank you, DTM Mohammed Jangir, for amazing as usual, well prepared. To be honest, it is, as you mentioned, 10 session already done from the beginning, from the idea that we have it and discuss with the name AHLAN wa SAHLAN, which is welcoming the new members for this program. It is amazing thing that how you do it with your team. I think there is some people who's always working and supporting DTM journey. I will not forget DTM Dinesh from the beginning of this session. He's always there, and he's also supporting me in a lot of the PQD award and all the others. So thank you, Dinesh, for all that one. Dr. Scheller, thank you for your attendance, your present, and coming to us here from District 31. I remember I meet you last in the conventions. Yes, we were.
Yes.
Yes.
And I hope to
Yeah,
see
we
you in
were together.
California in August.
Inshallah, we hope that we'll see you there.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for all the people who was here. Started from the presenter Ajay from KMBC, our brother company in oil sectors. Yeah, and Jumana, amazing, well done, Jumana. It is great to see new leaders that they present. It is not a Toastmaster. It is not only that you do the speech. We are also promoting people to do presentations in our event from our district to make more leaders. So thank you, Jumana. It was amazing. I don't think this is the first time. You can do it more and more. Thank you.
Shukran, thank you.
Thank you, Jumana. And also, Tawfiq, what I can say, if you are the MC, I will feel very confident that you will do creative things and doing a lot of amazing introduction and controlling. So thank you, Tawfiq. Thank you for all.
Thank you, brother.
And Vikram, thank you also for your support, maybe for most of the NMOP session. And back to you, our amazing DTM journey, and hope to see you in the next NMOP, the last Sunday of, or the, of the next month.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Final remarks by MC, and you can conclude the meeting and we will sign off. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
So much.
MC,
Thank you.
please.
Bye, Denise. Denise, thank you so much for having us. How do